Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience working at Aeropostale, and I'm going to get into this a little bit in another video, but I have had a lot of interesting jobs and Aeropostale was my first job. It was a very bad experience for me. I was only there for about 2 months, if that, and during that time I was going through a little bit of mental problems. Like, I was going through anxiety, a little bit of depression, mostly recovering from depression, but it just wasn't a good time for me. I remember the day that I quit, and the reason that I quit was the way that my boss treated me in this one instance. So let's see. So again, as I said, during that time I was suffering from anxiety, and this day I was having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. They're different, so let me correct myself and say anxiety attack. But anyways, so I'm already in the mall. I am walking towards the store, and I start having an anxiety attack, and in my mind I'm like, I can't go in there. Like, I just started freaking out. I started feeling a little sick. So I told my dad, because he drove me at the time, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna have to call out because I can't go in with this anxiety right now. So I called and I told her that I won't be coming in for my shift because I'm not feeling well. I don't think I specified what it was, but her response is what really set me off. Like, you won't believe what she said. So she had no sympathy. She said, unless you're in the hospital, you have to come into work. Hi guys, sorry about that. My camera just stopped recording. But anyways, to continue with my story, so the store manager, she told me that I have to come into work unless I'm in the hospital, and she swore at me. During this moment, I was going through an anxiety attack, and it was a lot for me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go into work, so my only response was, okay. And then we hung up the phone. I didn't go in. I went right back to my dad and told him, let's go. I'm not going in today. That's it. And she had no sympathy, but no. Anyway, so we went back home, and I was so upset. I was crying. I told my parents, like, I never want to go back there. And my mom called the store and talked to a different manager and told her exactly what happened. She was like, just so you know, this manager said this and this, and my daughter's never coming back. I didn't need the job at the time. I just wanted a job to stay busy. Because at the time, I don't remember, I think I was in college, but at the time I just wanted a summer job to make a little extra money, so I didn't really need it. I was living at home. It wasn't a necessity at the time, so there was no way I was going to take that, especially with what I was going through. And this wasn't the first instance of her being disrespectful. I remember a specific time I was behind the register with, oh, look, he's here. I was behind the register with her, and she was just talking to me about the clothing that we sell and telling me like what works for certain people. And I was new. I didn't really know what it was like to work in retail. It was my first ever retail job, so I was just kind of taking it all in. But what she said shocked me. She was talking about a specific shirt. I don't remember what shirt it was, but she was basically saying, oh, you can wear it because you're cute and little. But you see her over there? She was pointing at a fellow associate who's a little bit bigger than I am. And she said, yeah, she can't wear that. And I was in shock because I personally think that anybody can wear whatever they want. I'm all about body positivity. I don't want people to feel like they can't do certain things or wear certain things because of their body. I was bullied when I was younger for how I looked, so that made me very self-conscious, and I hated myself for a while. So right now I'm thinking, like, okay, so you're making her feel bad about herself. She didn't say this to her face, but she was just thinking, like, because of her weight or her body that she can't wear something, which I don't agree with. You can wear whatever you want. Like, that's how it is. So when she said that, I was very upset, and I didn't show it. I didn't say anything because it was my first job, and she's my manager, so I was like, okay, just a little girl, you know? But that just shows how she is. Like, telling people they can't wear certain things. swearing at me because I needed to call out because I was having an anxiety attack. She was just awful. I found out, I think a year later or a couple months later, that she ended up getting fired. And that made me so happy because she was a terrible manager and there's no reason to treat your associates that way. And I know that from personal experience because I am a manager where I work now. So I know what it's like. I know when you need to think about the business, but ultimately, if you want to have a successful business, you need to keep associates in the building. And that means treating them with respect and showing them that you care, not swearing at them and not making them feel like, okay! Sorry about that. My cat wanted to be in the video. But anyways, so yeah, you don't treat your associates that way. And I understand that more than ever with my new position. I want my team to feel appreciated and I want them to know that they're cared about, to work and feel like they're at home, feel like we're a family. And that's my big thing, is having a family environment where I work, and I make sure that that happens. But I didn't get that when I was at Aeropostale, and I know that's not the company as a whole. Like, I'm sure other Aeropostales aren't like that, but it was just a bad experience for me. I just figured I would share with you what that was like, because that was my first job and it was my first retail experience. And I've been in retail for like 5 years now, so that was the worst experience I've had out of all the 5 years. Because I've had bad managers, but no one has ever disrespected me like that or made me cry. But I did want to mention one thing that was a good experience while I was there. It's actually funny because during that time, I think Tonight Tonight was very popular. And if you don't know what that song is, I'm shocked. It's by Hachel Ray. And some of you may know that the drummer of that band is now my fiance. But at the time, I was just a huge fan. I was one of the OG fans. Like, I'm sure everybody knows that at this point. But I was really excited for the show, and the tickets sold out. So I had to get my ticket on Facebook, and people were asking if anybody needs tickets because they needed to sell them. So I bought it. I hopped on it. I was like, I need to go to the show. And it was after one of my Aeropostale shifts. And that's what I remember, is sitting in the store, hearing a song Tonight Tonight playing through the speakers in the store, and thinking, I'm gonna see them tonight, I'm excited. And I always did every meet and greet. Every time after the show, I went and met them. And little did I know I was gonna end up marrying him. So I just thought that was a cute little tidbit. And I actually have a picture of me in my Aeropostale uniform because they made you wear their clothes. And they gave you, I don't even remember the discount, I think it was like 20% off or something. It was barely anything. And at that time, I was very emo. I wore all black. I wore Converse, Vans, beanies. Like, that was my style. I would have fit in Hot Topic better than I would have at Aeropostale, but they were the first place to hire me and I needed a job, so I hopped on it. But imagine me, little emo Vanessa, wearing Aeropostale clothing. But anyway, in conclusion, that's what it was like for me working at Aeropostale. And hopefully, whoever's working there now or in any retail job, they feel appreciated and that nobody ever speaks to them that way, because I can tell you right now, that is not the way to manage a team. And there are ways to manage a team in a positive manner, making people feel appreciated and not yelling at them or swearing at them, because it's possible. But anyways, so that was my experience at Aeropostale. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be recording a video later on talking about how me and Jamie met. I did mention it a little bit in this video, the fact that I was a fan before, which is a huge part of the story. But yeah, so look forward to that. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and sorry about the change in quality. I just didn't want to have to get my whole setup going, so I just recorded it on the laptop. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.